Hey everyone, it's Ryder from Skip. Breaking news from the SBA clarifying deadlines for EIDL grants, both the targeted and supplemental 10K and 15K, and the EIDL loans, including when you need to get in your original application and how much time you have for reconsideration and increases. This has been confusing people for a long time. We've been clarifying it on our blog. And finally, we suspect the SBA took a look at our blog post and said we should clarify it too. They've just released more specifics. If you are involved in EIDL grants or loans in any way, shape, or form, watch this very quick video. Be sure to hit subscribe, turn on the alerts so you can say you're part of the first 100,000 Skip subscribers. And if you want other people to see this information, give this video a thumbs up. You know, we get this question thousands of times per week in our one-on-one calls with folks, in the comments here, on our app, everywhere, because a lot of you are relying on this funding ahead of the holidays, and many of you are concerned about that December 31st deadline. That is a deadline that is in the legislation. The question is, what can the SBA do before that deadline, and what are they allowed to do after that deadline? So first, I'll talk about the grants. This is mainly relevant for first-time applicants who are going to covid19relief.sba.gov or sba.gov/EIDL. The good news there is that 20,000 targeted EIDL grants have been approved over the last 30 days. So people are still getting approved, even though a lot of that funding was taken away from the SBA to put towards the infrastructure bill. There's still funding available. Here's the press release today. SBA announces updated guidance regarding applicant deadlines for COVID EIDL program. Agency strongly encourages submission of supplemental advance applications by December 10th. All applications are due by December 31st. The question is, can you go through recon and increases into 2022? First, on the supplemental, that's the extra 5K on top of the 10K targeted. In order to approve you for those, the SBA needs information related to your monthly income. You basically need to prove to them that you had a certain decline between 2019 and 2020. They say you should get that in by December 10th. Let me read it to you here. The SBA may be unable to process some supplemental targeted advance applications submitted near the December 31 deadline due to legal requirements. The SBA cannot continue to process supplemental targeted advance applications after December 31. That's in the legislation. So they strongly encourage targeted or supplemental advance folks to get in everything by Friday, December 10th. To ensure adequate processing time, as they put it here. That leaves the SBA 3 weeks to basically review and approve your application. So I would even say the sooner the better for the targeted and supplemental grants. Now back to the first bullet, EIDL loans and advances will be accepted until December 31st. Accepted. New applications will be accepted until the end of the year, and they'll continue to be processed after this date until funds are exhausted. So 2 important points on timing, then I'll give a couple scenarios for you to keep in mind. Number 1, borrowers can request increases up to their maximum eligible loan amount up to 2 years after their loan origination date, or until the funds are exhausted, whichever is soonest. Number 2, the SBA will accept and review reconsideration and appeal requests for COVID EIDL applications received on or before December 31st if the reconsideration/appeal is received within the timeframes in the regulation. This means 6 months from the date of decline for reconsiderations. So you have 6 months for reconsiderations and 30 days from the date of reconsideration declined for appeals. So that's if you were declined for your reconsideration, you have 30 days to get back in, unless funding is no longer available. So the language is a little bit confusing, but on the webinar earlier this week, the SBA talked about this. Veronica was on the call, who I did a one-on-one with back in October, and she clarified the language here. As long as you get in your application by the end of the year, you can apply for reconsiderations based on these rules I just mentioned into 2022. So if you applied on December 28th, you got rejected on January 20th, 2022, you'd have until July 2022 to apply for reconsideration. Obviously, we'd recommend doing the recon as soon as possible. The other piece I want to reemphasize is borrowers can request increases up to their maximum eligible loan amount for up to 2 years after their loan origination date. So if you received 150K this July or 500K this July, you have 2 years to apply for an increase or until the funds are exhausted. Now, with all of this, we don't recommend pushing those deadlines. If you want to see what you're eligible for, what you can be approved for, we always recommend doing it sooner rather than later, and then you can make a decision whether to sign those closing documents or not. We've added 2 more folks to help with one-on-one calls because the demand has been overwhelming. Go to helloskip.com/join, choose the premium or VIP option. VIPs if you want in-depth help right away for your increases or reconsiderations. We would love to help you. We're helping next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We're off for Thanksgiving, but we're back on Friday. I hope those deadlines help clarify. If you still have questions about some of these or I didn't make it clear, please let me know in the comments and I can address it in the next video. Thanks for tuning in to this quick update, subscribing, and giving this video a like. helloskip.com/join for more information. We've also put this info up on the Skip blog. Most importantly, stay well, stay healthy, and I'll see you later.